Bryan Tucker is a Wairarapa dairy farmer and piggery owner who's demonstrated a sustained commitment to his farm environment, with a focus on tree planting and the installation of a high-grade effluent system. Bryan's a third-generation dairy farmer with a 1,000-cow dairy unit and a 250-sow piggery, and he makes the most of the synergies that exist between the two.
When I first started milking cows, I used to take the milk into the local Greydown dairy factory and used to bring the whey back and feed the pigs on the way. So it sort of worked in conjunction. I started off with about 3 sows, and my grandfather sheltered me a boar, and that's how I sort of started in the pig industry. And as I was only a young bloke, about 18 or 19 at the time, and been at it ever since. We just had a flood here a couple of days ago. It was underwater here. That's one challenge, and in the summer we have dry periods, hence we've got the irrigator in. We've got 3 types of irrigation. We've got the pivot irrigator, and up on top we've got K-lines as well as long laterals. So that helps us through the summer. A few years ago there was subdivisions started coming up around us, and I thought, I better, particularly the piggery unit, screen that was all bare and out in the open. So I got Don Bell from the Regional Council, and he helped me plan some plantings around there, and also I was impressed with his work on neighbouring farms. That's mainly native bush there. There was virtually nothing there before, apart from the Kānukas higher up. So the lower areas have been planted out with natives and a few willows just to enhance it. There's water there, there's more ducks sort of fly in there. Now we've got several dams on the place where I don't allow shooting on, just a sanctuary for the ducks to go and breed. We've planted there to protect the waterways behind it and put species in there that's good rooting and hold when there is a flood through here to hold it. And we haven't had any problems with trees being removed by flood, so they've done pretty well. About 10 years ago we were enticed to enter the Balance Environmental Awards. We won the dairy section. I was a bit hesitant at the time, but pleased I did. I learned a lot from the judges, and very pleased to be picked up the Livestock Award. And more recently we were asked to enter again because it has been 10 years and thought the plantings have sort of grown a lot over those years. It'd be worthwhile, people would like to see them again. So I agreed to enter again and won another award. It was Integrated Management Award by Waterforce. And I think that was mainly to do with the irrigation setup we have for the effluent. The effluent is all collected into the pond below us, and it's pumped out onto the pastures through a effluent spreader or the pivot irrigator during the summer when conditions allow it. And once a year, generally in the autumn, when the pond gets low, we put a big stirrer on the back of a tractor, stir it up and desludge it with a slurry wagon and spread it on areas that we've got consent for and that hasn't been spread with a liquid. We've just renewed our consent 2 years ago, so we've got 8 years to run, and the pond is lined with clay, which was acceptable then, so we'll just have to wait and see whether we have to get it lined with a rubber lining at the next consent. The dairy effluent and the piggery effluent particularly are high in nutrients and a very valuable resource, and we like spraying it back on the property because it saves on our fertiliser bill. It probably cuts our fertiliser bill in half. We're saving probably over $100,000 by spreading our effluent back on the pastures. We're at our 250 sow piggery unit, farrow to finish, so we have about 2,500 pigs on board at any one time. They create a bit of effluent. the liquid goes out into the pond, and then these buildings behind us, they're eco-shelters, they're straw-based where the weaners are housed, and they're in here for about 6 weeks. And then when they're shifted out every 6 weeks, or every 2 weeks, there's 3 buildings here, the pigs are moved out and all the straw bedding is scooped out and put into a pile. We've got a special machine that comes in under contract and spreads it out once or twice a year when the pasture's grazed off, and spread out fairly thinly, and over a few weeks it just rots away into the ground. There are standalone piggeries around the country, but not too many. A lot of them have, well, they've got to have some area to dispose of the effluent, whether it's on neighbouring farmers or their own. So, yep, we've got enough land here to do it, and works it well. We're pretty happy the way it's going. I don't see how we can improve on it. The type of soil we've got here, it seems to work pretty well, and yeah, very happy with it.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.